All right. Season 10, everything that's going on. Balance changes, heroes, rank changes. Let's get into everything we have. Will it say Overwatch? Let's see. But first off, Overwatch. Mercy, new mythic skin. Will they go into the prisms? Because you have to unlock it all with a new currency. I feel like they're just adding new currencies to the game. I think it's way too many. We got like this prism. We got normal credits. We got the Overwatch coins. We got the golden guns. Now we got Jade weapon credits. It is a lot of credits, and they just keep adding new currencies. So I don't know if I'm the huge fan of that. But this Mercy skin, at least, I think they did a good job on it. I'd say this is definitely a lot better than the Orisa one. So that's a W. Look, the price of the prisms. How do I do this? Yo, here we go. So $10 is $10. 50, 40 bucks. 100 is $75. Any oil princes out there? Because that's what you need to afford this stuff. And it's, I think, 50 base to unlock the character, and then 10 for each variant for this. It doesn't let me do it, but yeah, it was 50 and then 10, 10, 10. So 80 total to unlock it. But you do get prisms in the battle pass. Yeah, you do. Oh yeah, look at all this completed from last season. Holy dude, we have this many banked up. 21. Okay, nice. Okay, wait, you get 80, so you get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay, so you get enough to unlock it in the battle pass, and you can choose if you want to do it on the Mercy skin or save them for the next one, I guess. I believe you can also, yeah, so the previous seasons, if you don't like the Mercy one and you bought this premium battle pass, you can now start unlocking the other ones. I believe it's maybe the same. Is it 80? I have them all unlocked because we've done every season. Is it the same 80 for everyone, no matter what? I would assume so. Yeah, 50 base and then each 10 for each level. So you don't technically have to spend 80 if you have one variant that you like. But yeah, they're giving all the rest of the mythics away. Available next season, so every other couple seasons, then you can get the one that you missed. So not terrible. But yeah, that is a quick overview of all the prisms. Yeah. Ultimate Battle Pass bundle. Yeah, we're doing a giveaway for that on the Twitter. So if this video comes out before then, go on the Twitters and do that if you want this Ultimate Battle Pass to get your prisms and all this other nice stuff. Look how you can be Reinhardt, even an Honest skin. W. But okay. Moving on to patch notes. Here we go. The spice of this season. Let's see if there was a lot of changes. So new limited time mode Clash. Does anybody care about a new game mode? Mod check? No. Okay. Yeah, so 5 CP. Wait, was this the one that they were talking about putting in ranked at the end of the year? Or is this just the arcade game mode? Or is this what was going to be in ranked? Okay, so 5 total capture objectives. 1 is at a time. So it's kind of like the Flashpoint, no? Plays capture an objective by standing on it. Filling the progress bar. Cannot be made if enemies are contesting the point. Oh, okay. Honestly, I do like this, though. So that's kind of nice. That's a good little change for this. Okay. So as long as you're fighting on the point, then you can stop percentage rather than just taking to 99. I do like that they're using the 2 CP maps for this. So I think they're doing the Hanoka, but it was the Hanamura map, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, I mean, new game mode. Down to try it out. Let's see if it's more running than the Flashpoint, because those were like 5 miles away from each other, which was kind of crazy. Limited time trial through April 29th. All right, so there you go. We get a new game mode to try out. Mythic skin. Yeah, so we just went over. Mythic skins for lock for 50 points, 10 for each. So now you can get the prisms, use it on the current one, or do it on one of the previous ones. You can buy prisms if you want to unlock, Genji Season 1, because that one's a pretty dope one. If you missed all the previous seasons. I'm like, iffy. Like, I kind of wish that they would have kept the other ones as, like, legacy ones, right? So it's like, oh, now it like, you felt, like, hey, I played the game for so long, this is, like, a special skin because nobody else has it, because you were playing when it came out, and now they're just kind of just giving all that stuff away. So, I'm kind of sad that, you having that skin isn't as, like, I don't know, prestigious. But, at least it's open for everybody, so I could see arguments for both ways, being good and bad. Let's see. Completing weekly challenges, EXP, that's all the same. Reduce the number of weekly challenges. Okay, I mean, whatevers. Players who are actioned for disruptive behavior and reduced to endorsement level 0 cannot use text or voice chat features until they return to endorsement level 1. I don't think I've ever seen endorsement level 0 unless you've just started the game. But then people also never really give out endorsements. So, I mean, if you're at 0, dude, imagine trying to get back to level 1, bro, you got to be begging. And you can't even beg because you go into a quick play game in ranked, you see somebody endorsement level 0, you're like, damn, that guy must be toxic. I'm not going to endorse him. And now you're never going to get to level 1 because you can't even text or voice chat and say, hey man, I made a mistake. I want to be a better person for this community. Nah, bro, just consensus. If you see a 0 endorsement, don't even give him endorsements. You can never talk in Overwatch again. Get absolutely rolled. So there's no way you get endorsement unless somebody else gives it to you, right? So yeah, you can just troll those people. Hide my name, Shimmer Protect. Okay, enable your battle tag is displayed to others during the match. Now displays a random battle tag. Okay. I mean, this is good. There's nothing bad about having streamer mode. I think in Overwatch it doesn't really matter too much because you can't really like stream snipe because you can just swap comps. It doesn't really matter where you're playing. It's not like, Valorant CS where holding a certain corner is like, if you know how many people are playing on B site, then you go attack that one or whatever. But I think this is good regardless to help against like throwers maybe. But if somebody is stream sniping, they'll see that they're in their game anyways. So yeah, it's good on like the face value, but people that want to snipe are going to snipe and there's nothing you can do about it. Let's see, progression, added progression badges, sub badges, and rewards for venture. All right, let's see, lever penalties. Please take this away for quick play. Bro, everyone should be allowed to leave quick play. Quick play is quick play. I want to play quick and I want to get the heck out of there. So if I wanted to stay in for a full game, I would do competitive play. Let's see. So 2 new thresholds for unranked leave penalties have been added. Leaving 2 out of 20 games will result in a 5-minute suspension from queuing for most modes. 10 or more out of 20 games will result in a 48-hour suspension. All the thresholds tiers are changed. Okay, 2 out of 20. This is a lot better. So it was what, 1 out of 4 before you got reamed for leaving? 10 out of 20. Okay. I mean, yeah, there's no way you're leaving that. I mean, but unless you're not really playing quick play, right? Like for me, I only do competitive. So if I do quick play, eventually, if I just leave a quick play game, like I'll probably get up to this pretty fast because I'm not actually completing any quick play games. Yo, time to do some sub games, quick plays. Not get some lever suspensions if we leave those while we're waiting for duos. Leaving 10 games in competitive play will now result in season ban regardless of number of games completed. I think this is good. This is a good change. Because leaving games in competitive play is way worse than leaving it unranked. That means nothing. Players can still get banned from competitive play in as few as 5 games as they leave very consistently. Don't complete regular games. I think this is also good. Games completed in competitive play now count towards the 20-game window of unranked leaver penalty. Okay. That is nice. Oh, okay, so that's perfect then. Yeah, so if you leave a game in unranked and you play competitive, then it counts towards it. Okay, easy. We're Gucci. We're Gucci. Nice changes. Nice changes. I'm good for that. I'm okay with that one. Let's see. Competitive role titles. End of season competitive titles. Now include the role the rank was achieved in. Champion tank, champion support, champion damage. Okay, that's cool. That's just a better change. Let's see. Each role rank card now displays associated competitive role title. I do wish that they would bring back top 500 sprays and other like those extra rewards for being high rank. Because I feel like that was just like it made people try harder in the games. It's like, oh, dude, I can have this cool moving spray and it's, you know, you can show it off. Like nobody ever uses a title. That's just like memed on. So I think the titles are kind of whack. But having a spray that you have 4 other ones, it was way better. Having those. But I know that's more work for the Overwatch team to make sprays every season, but I think that was better off. Still flexing season 2 top 500 spray. Hey, see, but the MC, those ones are now like, they're legendary because there's no other ones. No other ones like that. Those are like literally the best. Okay, here we go. Now time for the biggest improvement for competitive. Group restrictions. All previous competitive grouping restrictions have been removed. Let's go. We can now play with whoever we want. There's no restrictions. Let's freaking go. No more need for alt accounts. Trying to play with friends. Unless you want to be closer to the range to get more higher gains or stuff, but, you know. Whatever. At least you're not like forced to not play with friends because they're not in rank or don't have an account in range. All groups are not classified as narrow or wide. Let's see. Players between bronze and diamond must be within 5 divisions of each other. Player in a group to be a narrow group. Players at masters must be within 3 divisions of each player to be in the narrow group. Okay, player at grandmaster and champion cannot be in narrow groups, regardless of how close their rank is. Wait, what? Highest ranked players have the highest quality narrow matches. Wait, so I can't... Wait, how's... Okay, so I'm kind of dumb. So... What does this mean? If I'm in Grandmaster, I can't queue with a Masters player? Is that what that means? So I still have to be within 3 divisions of a Masters to queue if I'm in GM. Okay, narrow groups will always be matched against other narrow groups or solo players if a narrow group has both wide and narrow. Narrow Narrow configuration will always be prioritized. If any group that does not meet this criteria is considered a wide group. Okay, we just had to keep on reading. Okay. Wide groups of 4 players may not queue. Okay, so it's the same as Valorant. You can't queue with 4 players. So what's this, 3? This restriction exists so that solo players are never required to make a wide match. Okay, perfect. Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. Wide groups have increased queue times and reduced match quality because it's more difficult to find. See, okay, this is good. I think wides should only play against the wide groups and not against solos. That was the whole problem last season. Because you'd be a solo player going against a 5-stack of Overwatch CS, Overwatch League players, and any team, my team, would be all solos, and it's like, how is this fair? So I think that is good. The amount of players, rank progress changes after each match is modified by the group's width. The wider the group is, the less their ranks will change when winning or losing. Okay, so we'll have to see how this affects it. If it's like you gain or lose 5%, you gain or lose 10%. So we'll have to, test that and see. The higher the rank of the highest ranked player in a wide group, the less ranks of players in the group will change. Okay, not be informed. Distribution of roles they selected would be resulted wide. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Reduces changes and rank progress. Okay. Volatile has been renamed to demotion. Arrows displayed under the modifiers. Okay, let's see. Okay, demotion protection. Yeah, this was the complete most useless thing they ever added, because demotion protection wasn't even demotion protection. It was just a lie, and you still lost all your percentage. Just didn't show you. So what do they do to change this one? Spar to denotes when you do not go down in the skill division because of a loss. If you still lose the next match after, you're dropped down to the previous skill division. Dude, they just need to make this. If you have demotion protection, it just like cancels out that loss. And if you lose the next one, you go down, right? It should just be counted as a free loss. Not, hey man, you lost, you have demotion protection. If you lose, you're getting a minus 75% on going down. And then you're about to lose another 75. Just do it how they do it in Valorant. You're at one RR, you lose that game. Hey, bro, you're at 0. And if you lose the next one, you're down. If you win the next one, then you go up. I think that's how it should be. But that's just me. So otherwise, you win the next one, right? And then you're like, oh, plus 0%. You're like, wow, this match was completely useless for me. It's like, dude, come on, Overwatch. It's like, oh my god. But say victory and defeat have been added below the rank progress bar where the modifiers are displayed, so they just change it. Yeah, you get 1 SR. Yeah, it's like, okay, man. Yeah, that's cool. Nice one. All right, so overview. If I'm GM and I play with the Masters, not within 3 tiers like it was before, then you play against stacks, which is the same as it was last season. But if you are within 3 tiers of GM, so if I'm GM 4, I can queue with Masters 1, and then you'd be in narrow when you only will go against solos or duos. I think that's how it is. Okay. Fair enough. Gold weapons can be purchased with either legacy credits or competitive points. Okay, can purchase weapons with a combination of both currencies. All right. Okay, hero. Okay, now moving on to the hero types. Yeah, no, another type of currencies. That's what we're talking about earlier. There's so many currencies they have nowadays. Too many to do about. I think they need to like consolidate for sure. Just add the other legacy credits into the other ones. Like, just combine these things, man. Give your players that have been playing your game for 8 years, little cookies, man. Just give us something. Give us a little bonus. Like, nobody can hate on that. Just bring it up there. Be like, hey, thanks for playing our game and sustaining our game for so long. No need to just keep adding these other things. But okay. New hero Venture. Venture coming into the lineup. Immediately available in competitive play. Okay. I'll try and actually put out a video for Venture. A little like Venture 101 within the next couple days. Since Venture's in competitive, just to get an overview of like the combos and general playstyle that kind of works. So we'll do that. So be on the lookout for it. But okay, here we go. Changes. Doomfist. What did Doomfist get? The empowered punch is no longer consumed when the windup is canceled. Oh, wait. So there's, bro. Why are they giving Doomfist even more buffs? I feel like, bro, every single season it's like, hey, what is Doom? Does Doomfist need a buff? No, not really. I think he's one of the strongest tanks. Most unfun ones to play against. Yeah, bro, let's give him another buff. Like, dude, what the heck? Somebody's a Doom main over on the Blizzard dev team for sure. It is a good quality of life change, so there's more counterplay, right? You can just cancel it and then still save it, but it's like, dude, you had punch up all the time. It's not fun. Junker Queen, impact damage increased from 90 to 105. Okay, Junker Queen buff. I'm okay with that. Reinhardt. Reinhardt needs way more buffs. Way more. Here, if one of the devs is listening in, here we go. Get this. Speed boost on Fire Strike hit. Look, there you go. That's all Reinhardt needs to survive. That is it. Getting close promotes good gameplay. That is all he needs. Earth Shatter, nice of a buff, but not the reason why he's not good in top 500. But regardless, this is actually a pretty big change because I think you can go back to getting 2 Fire Strikes in or swinging a Fire Strike. So you can actually have a lot more damage. Before, when they nerfed it, you couldn't get 2 in, so you actually had a lot less damage. So, yeah, crouch, Fire Strike, covers more ground. There you go. Reinhardt tip for their shatters. An increase. Okay, so range increase as well. Okay. I mean, can't complain about shatter buff, but it's not the reason why Ryan is bad. Let's see. Moving on to Sigma. Movement speed increased from 60.5 to 20 meters per second. Okay, so it just goes faster. I like that. I don't mind that. Don't mind the buff. Wrecking Ball. Okay, this is like huge. The Wrecking Ball got some ginormous changes. Ginormous changes here. Let's see. So they wanted to add a direct way for Wrecking Ball to support his allies, aside from purely enemy team disruption. Okay, make the hero more approachable, while also adding more avenues for skill expression and improved quality of life around the grapple. All right, let's go see what these are. Make sure that's looking good. Yep. Okay. Grappling Claw. Hold the jump inputs while the grappling claw is attached to terrain to reattach it, pulling yourself towards the anchor point. This action can be rebound in his hero settings. Okay. Now has a 1-second cooldown if Wrecking Ball never reaches the ramming speed for canceling the ability. So if he gets like cock blocked, now you can just cancel it and then do it right again. Hack Hindered Stones will also trigger the full cooldown. Okay, so if you don't get hacked, hindered, or whatever, but you're just like body blocking him at the door, you can just cancel it and then have a 1-second cooldown to go roll around again. I mean, that's kind of a crazy buff if you're not going to be using these stun abilities on it. Because a lot of times you just body block the doors and the grappling gets useless. So it's a pretty big buff for him. The maximum duration timer no longer triggers unless he reaches full ramming speed. Okay, so that's just Grappling Claw is getting a huge buff. Adaptive Shields now be reactivated to redistribute up to 300 overhealth to nearby allies, capping at 75 per person. Okay. As just give your teammates a lot of shields. It's pretty big. Enemy and ally detection radius increased from 10 to 13 meters. Minefield increased from 50 to 60. All right. So I mean, Hammond did get some pretty crazy Grappling Claw buffs. I don't know if he'll be good in competitive play. I think in lower elos, you still be good. In higher elo, I feel like Malga probably still kind of destroys them. You can just go Sombra, and then, you know, I feel like there's, I mean, if nobody counters you, I think this is a good quality of life change, but I still think he's pretty big countered. So yeah, we'll see how this all goes, but I think it goes good. Wrecking Ball needs some help. He was one of the bottom tier tanks. Now let's hopefully they do something with the boy Reinhardt later on. But okay, moving on to Sombra. Total damage over time decreased from 100 to 90. I think this is good. Sombra did way too much damage with Virus, and there was like zero counterplay to it. So I think that is a good Sombra change. Tracer, one of the best DPSs for the entire season. So let's see what they did to Tracer. Recall cooldown increased from 12 to 13, so 1 extra second. Pulse bomb base projectile size decreased from 0.2 to 0.1. Projectile size is now 0.25 meters. So wait, so it's even harder to hit pulse bombs? Bro, I couldn't hit a pulse bomb to save my life. Now they're making it even harder. Yeah, bro, we're never playing Tracer. Never playing Tracer, man. It's not happening. Okay, well, moving on to some Venture. All right, let's see. We're distributing the damage on some abilities, so that positioning relative to enemy team and tracking the target is more important. Okay, I think this is good. Venture did a lot of damage with the ulti, but some of the other kind of kits were lacking with like the melee and everything. So let's see what they did to change some of the stuff. Drill dash, impact damage decreased from 60 to 40. Damage over time increased from 40 to 60. Okay. Clobber impact damage decreased from 40 to 30. Damage. So they increased a lot of dot damage for this. Interesting. Okay. Vertical knockback decreased by 30%. Okay, but they didn't change the damage on the ult. So the ult still does a gigantic, astronomical freaking numbers. Like you literally one-hit people with this ulti. So, I mean, that's not changed. It's interesting that they did more dot damage rather than instant damage. So it gives your healers chance to heal you. So kind of a nerf, I would say, to Venture. Kind of a nerf, which I thought Venture, you know, maybe it was a little bit OP, so maybe this rounds out the kit. But I think Venture was one of the most, like, well-balanced heroes on release, for the most part, other than ulti one-shotting people. But we'll see how that goes into stuff. All right, support Alari, Solar Rifle. Primary fire recovery increased from 0.2 to 0.25. Secondary fire, heal per second increased from 105 to 115. All right, so right click for Alari heals a lot more, but let's be real. Any Alaris ever heal your teammates? No, they do not. They're off in Narnia with the pylon behind a box that's nowhere to be seen healing your tank while they're just sniping. So, yeah, I think this is completely useless. They're never going to use it on a heal tank. Yeah. But regardless, maybe the ones that do are close, at least they can heal you. So, sure, man. Cool. Sounds good to me. Lucio Damage per projectile decreased from 20 to 18. Oh, wow. Okay, they nerfed Lucio a lot. Sound wave damage increased from 35 to 45. Okay, so they increased his right-click damage. So probably for his like left-click to right-click combo when he's like rolling in. I do think this is a pretty big nerf, though, to Lucio. Because you'd be spamming out people from a good distance to build your ulti pretty fast. And Lucio's one of the strongest supports currently, which I didn't mind. I think Lucio's, you know, good for the game. Good defensive ult, speed boost, helps re-engage, disengage, stuff like that. So we'll see how this impacts him in the meta, but yeah. Life Weaver, Rejuvenating Dash, heal increased from 50 to 60. Tree of Life, Pulse Healing increased from 75 to 90. Oh my. They just keep doing Life Weaver buffs, don't they? They just keep on doing buffs. So this is really good for survivability. Now you pretty much will never die when you're in having tree up. You can't cancel the tree. There's no counterplay to the tree other than shooting it. Yeah, that's kind of insane. Kind of insane. So I wouldn't be surprised if Life Weaver will be like one of the top supports just because of the amount of healing that you can output, and then now the extra sustain that you do. So we'll see how this all goes into it. But yeah, Life Weaver seems kind of insane. Yeah, I don't think Life Weaver needed that crazy of a buff. Okay, Moira. Arctic Grass, damage per second decreased from 65 to 60. Coalescence, heal per second increased from 50 to 55. Okay. Now that they finished the Moira Mythic, now they can nerf Moira. They're like, hey man, we got all our money from last season's Mythic. Everyone bought it. Everyone used their credits. So yeah, let's go back to nerf Moira real quick. Get sucked off a little bit less by Moira. Yeah, doesn't got as good of a suck no more. All right. But yeah, that looks like all the hero changes. Don't really need to go over any of these other things. So yeah. All right. That's all of season 10. Honestly, not as many balance changes as I thought there was going to be. But they did target most of the heroes that were a problem. They didn't nerf Orisa though. I was kind of expecting an Orisa nerf since Orisa was kind of one of the stronger tanks going into this season. But with the Doomfist buff, I feel like you kind of you need Orisa to be strong because that's going to be your one like deterrent to playing Doomfist. To be able to counter that. So yeah, I mean if they buffing Doom, they got to keep like Orisa, Mauga somewhat in check. Yo, Reds! Thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Can we see some donos in the chat? I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, overall, I think good changes. New game mode will be pretty fun. I do like that the competitive grouping restrictions is removed.
Also, wow, 50.
So now we can play with all our friends. That's what the tier 2 sub for 50 months as well. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. 50 frickin' months. And tier 2. Kim gets me some kings in the chat for Rets. Let's see what else. Streamer protection. All right. But yeah, I'm excited for this season. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the YouTubes, and till the next one. Peace.